Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Now we're on round 30 of the 2019 series of the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sports. So, looks like we'll be racing on Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit for 9 laps, and we'll be using Gr.2 cars as Super GT 500s. So, this is going to be able to get ready to be able to get started. So, this time, this is going to be able to have a purple mark for the top 16 superstars. For drivers who has the driver rating S will be able to have the chance to participate. So this is going to be able to get ready to get started. So only have to choose 6 Super GT 500 race cars. We might be able to take the determined choices. We might be able to get ready. So let's just going to be able to get ready to use the Moto AUTEC GTR 2016. We'll be able to get ready. So this is going to be very excellent. We might be able to go fast and go quick, and then take some handling that this is going to be able to get prepared. We might be able to take the chances. We might be able to get ready. So good thing that this is going to be able to have a few practice that this will might be able to get ready. So I hope that this is going to be able to get better, to be able to take a few more rush, that this is going to be very excellent, that this is going to be able to take. So it's very good that this is going to be able to have a 2008 and 2016 Super GT 500s race together. So this is going to get everything well perfect that this will be needed. So looks like this is going to be able to race on medium. So even that this is going to be able to go soft. So it's going to be very hard that this will might be able to take one pit strategy, that this is going to be able to get quicker. So just going to be able to go fast, and then this is going to be able to beat the lap time that we just separately took. So this is going to be very excellent, that this is going to be able to try to take some more practice. We might get better. We might take the chances that this will might be able to get ready to race. Now this is going to be very easier and simple, but giving one good check that this is going to be able to have to take a lot more handling strategy, that this will might be able to keep up for it. So this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, that this will be able to race around on the Mount Panorama, that this is going to be able to take. Now, taking a little bit inside turns when going on the uphill section of the side, that this is definitely might be able to go in. And then this is going to be able to be very careful not to hit each other on the collision, including the walls as well, because that could be able to give a little bit problem occur that this wheel might take. So this is going to be able to do one good chance of a race. We might get ready to go, but this is going to get very difficult, that this is going to be able to stay on track, that this will might be able to have the grip effect, that this will might be able to hold to endure. But this is going to get everything well perfect, that this will might be able to take a little bit closer chance. For the downhill section of the track, that this is going to be able to take a little bit nice and slow, that this will might be able to get everything well handled, that this is going to be able to take a lot more pressure, that this will might be able to stay on track, that this will might be able to take a few chances of the inside, that this will might be able to have to do better, that this will might be able to slow down and keep going faster whenever you're on the straight. That's the easiest method type that this is going to be able to take. So have any kinds of methods of your own, because this is going to get very difficult, that this is going to be able to do a little bit more quick race. We might be able to keep up, and then this is going to be able to do a little bit better, that this will might make it to go faster, to be able to go fast as possible. We might get. Now, even that this is going to be able to take very good chance of this race, we might be able to take the hot lap. We might go in. So right now that this is going to be able to take a minute and 55 seconds goal limit, and this is going to be able to do a little bit harder, that this will be able to keep up, and then this is going to be able to take the gap distance check, that this will might give the progress, will might go in. Even perhaps that this will be able to do much perfectly, that this is going to be able to have to take a good clean race, that this will might be able to have a chance, will might be able to get better to do it. But it gets very harder and going faster, that this is going to be able to take the extreme race. We might get everything quicker, that this is going to be able to take. But it gets a little bit much struggle, that this will might be able to hold on for, because this is going to be able to take one caution, that this will be able to avoid the penalty. We'll be able to do a little bit safer and quick, but this is going to get everything well fast paced. We might get everything prepared for one good GT500 race. We might be able to get ready to go. So it's going to get very extreme and very risk that this is going to be able to take a lot more skills will might go in, because everything is going to be able to take one quick edge strategy will might get through, will be able to do better that this will might take the chance will might get everything ready. Now looks like gaining a lot more speed will increase significantly, will might be able to do the chance will might go in. But this is going to be able to take the hard goal, will might be able to keep it endure, that this will might be able to press forward, will might stay strong and stay focused, will get in there. Now, looks like taking the apex will be able to do safer, that this will might goes in to be able to go possible, that this will might be able to take any strategies that this will might be able to keep up on it. Because this is going to give him a little bit quick edge that this one might be able to stay focused to endure. Now, looks like this is going to get everything well handled and then well paced, focused, and then just going to be able to watch the throttle, that this is definitely might be able to give everything needs to be able to hold on for. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take the last lap of this practice race will might get in, because this is going to get very quicker to be able to do the extreme risk will might get there shortly, but trying to make sure this is going to be able to take the good clean race will might be able to do the chance will might get better, but it gets a little bit slippery that this will might take the less effect of the grip, that this will might be able to keep holding on to do it. Now this is going to get excellent, and then giving perfect performance will might be able to stay on the passive throttle handling, that this is going to be able to keep up on it. So this will might be able to have to take it nice and slow whenever there's going to be able to take the chances we'll be able to take, because this is going to get very risky for it. So just going to be able to avoid spin outs, that this is going to be able to have to take perfectly grip effect, that this will might be able to give a perfect mobility, will might be able to do better, that this is definitely might be given a racing chance will might get in there. Now looks like just going to be able to take a few gap distance to be very shown on it, so it will be able to do better, that this is going to be able to take a little bit fast rush times, that this will might get in there, and then this is going to giving a little bit exceed, that this will might have to reach up onto the 6th gear while dropping on the straightaways, that this is going to be very important, that this will might get in there. Now taking on the last stretch, and the first turn is definitely might be getting pretty simple, that this will might take the 90-degree left turn is going to be very important, that this will might do perfectly, will might get better to get, and then this is going to get very extremely quick, that this will might need to do a lot more throttle, will might get in there. So looks like giving one good perfect lap time, that this is going to be able to have to drive harder by using the racing soft tires, is going to be very efficient, will might be able to keep holding on to press on to take a lot more grip handling, and then better have to take any strategies whenever you like to go to, because this is going to be very tougher for the opponents, that this will might be able to find a better ways to be able to stay on any position that this will might go on for. Okay, this is going to get very closer, and now looks like this is going to be prepared for one good race match to begin, and then this will might be able to get started for having one good strategy race, that this will might be prepared. So give or take that this is going to be able to have to take a lot of more handling, that this will might have everything well checked to do it. So even that this is going to be able to take a strong race, will might be able to get everything going. So I hope that everybody did very well to be able to have a good qualifying time trial checked, and then this is going to be able to do perfectly, will might get everything well efficient. So this is going to be able to take a perfect Super GT race, will might be able to go in. So even about now that this will might have everything to be able to get started to join in session of the race, so this is going to be able to take the chance, will might get everything better. So looks like this is going to be able to have to take the points table, that this will might be able to give a good check to see it. So this is definitely might be able to get better, and then this will might have very good method tire type, that this will might have everything goes for a little pit strategy, will be able to be prepared. So I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot better, we might be able to get ready. Good to see you, Lisa Salters, Gr.2. Nice to see you again. Now, this is going to get everything well perfect, that this is going to be a one tough race to be able to go quick and go fast, that this is going to be able to go in, because this is going to get super extreme, that this will might be able to press on to do it. Now, keeping that inside turns is definitely the best suitable option choice for Super GT 500 race during each Japan race that this is definitely might be going on, because this is going to be able to take a little bit uphill, downhill, sideways, that this is going to be very quicker, and then mostly that this is going to get very advanced, that this will might do a lot more better, that this will might be able to stay focused, to be able to stay maintained to get there. Now, looks like taking the downhill is definitely might be pretty extreme, so just going to be able to watch the throttle whenever you're trying to be able to perform a nice clean turn, because this is going to get very risky to be able to avoid the collision. Now, it's going to be able to get a little bit faster and more quicker and more speed, that this will might be able to catch up, will might get there. Now, looks like this is going to be taking a little bit perfect time, that this will might get ready for a qualifier to begin. And this is going to be able to take under 2 minutes of time, and then this is going to be able to get ready to get started. So this is going to be able to get better, that this will might give a colliding seasons between two types of Super GT 500s is definitely might be able to go better, will might get ready. Alright, get ready for a qualifier time, and now this is definitely might be able to get started. So, let's see, this will might give a good best qualifier time, will might get everything chance for 10 minutes. Now, let's just gonna get ready to go, and now let's just gonna be the first one, will might take the start. Now, this is definitely perfectly well matched, for only two Nissan GTRs are definitely might be prepared for one good, excellent, fast-paced race will might go in. And then this is going to get everything well quicker, and then well focused, that this will might be able to take the chance will get in there. Okay, looks like giving a little bit loosen up effect with the grip, that this is going to get very harder, that this will might be able to be very careful. So, giving a little bit right start, that this will might be able to have to stay careful not to take any collisions, will might get everything much longer to take, because this will might have everything to keep your good eye on the SR whenever it's going to be able to get decreased, or just try to be able to have a good excellent handling, will might stay on in the green SR, will increase to be able to give a good potential of racing, will might be able to do better. Now, looks like taking a little bit, catching up the chase, will might get everything prepared, will be able to have the first ones, will might be prepared for one qualifying race, will get everything started. But everything is going to be able to do a lot more runs and a lot more fast-paced challenges, and now this is going to get everything better, will might do perfectly, will might get the chance, will get everything going. Now, looks like this is going to be able to get ready for a one fast-paced qualifying time to begin, and this is going to be able to do a little bit extreme, that this will might goes in to go fast as well. So this is going to be able to get ready for one pit strategy, that this will might be needed before the race begins. So here we go, qualifier begins right now to be able to take the lap time for only under 2 minutes, because this is going to be very important of this challenge, that this is going to be able to take a lot more skills, will might keep it up and go faster, will might try harder to get. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take the approaching dived up, and then this is definitely might be able to stay on the inside, is definitely might be going quicker and better to be able to get. And staying safe, and then ooh, looks like this is definitely might be need to be able to keep everything well careful to get. But this is going to be able to take a little bit more time of the stability, will might be able to stay on balance, that this will might be able to hold on to do a little bit endure. Okay, another bump, that this is going to be able to give a well exercised caution check, that this is going to be able to take, because everything is going to be a one tough obstacle course around the track that this will be needs to be very careful, because this is going to get very extreme fast, that this is going to be able to give a good fast pace we might get in. Now, this is going to be able to take enough time that this will might be able to take the progress of this race. We might be able to get in and get everything well focused. We might be prepared for one good Group 2 race will begin, and everything is going to be able to take a lot of more fast-paced corner skills. We might be able to get in and get everything well achieved, and also the handling that needs to be able to get well managed to be able to keep it controlled, because that's important. That this will also to have a 0.5 second penalty. We might need to be able to keep a good close eye out whenever there's any too reckless going on to see the problem. Now, looks like this is going to be able to begin this race, and then this is going to get everything well focused. We might need to do a lot more speed to be able to get better. We might do a lot better. Now, looks like this is going to be able to give a good qualifying check by some other GT players during this session of the race, and this is going to get everything perfectly well checked to be able to get everything verified. We might get everything in. Now, due to the effect of the penalty that this is definitely occur, because this may cause a little consequences, that this is going to be able to deal any problems by having a little technical issues by having the car is definitely needs to be able to work improved, that this will might have everything well managed to see it. So it's going to be able to take a little bit hard time, that this is going to be able to keep going faster and keep up the rush. But this is going to be able to have a one risk qualifying race, that this is going to be important, because this is going to be giving the hard moments we might get to spare, and then this is going to be able to do perfectly, that this will never lose its hope. We might have faith that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like this is going to get very further and closer to get, but this is going to be able to get a little bit bottomed down, that this will might take the chances, we might beat the lap time, we might get there. Almost there, just going to be able to stay on this position, and then this is going to be getting better. Okay, that should do it. That should probably do it, and then this will might go better to be able to take the better chances to get. Now, everything is going to be able to work fast, that this will might be able to take the paces, will might keep it up, and then this will might be able to stay on the clean track on the progress, and then there it goes, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit more concentrated, that this will might need to do a lot more speed. Increased acceleration is definitely giving the best option whenever when the driver is about to be able to reach up onto the opponent's position. It's going to get very closer, and then giving a hard risk, we might get in, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit more balance. We might be able to check in, we might get everything handled in to be able to get everything safe in and safe out. But this is definitely might be getting very closer, that this is definitely might be giving the edge. We might be able to get there shortly. Now it looks like it's going to get close, and now this is going to be able to take a little bit more speed. We might get the handling. We might be able to stay focused. We might keep it on track. Okay, giving a little bit sideways, that this is definitely might be able to keep it going, and then this is going to get very safer and risk on the downhill section of the track, that this is going to get very tougher to be able to get closer and better. And now it looks like taking a little bit 15 places definitely might be taking a little bit more time progress. We might go in, and then this is going to get very roughly, that this is going to be able to take a grueling race. We might go in. And it looks like this is going to be able to take that last turn, is going to be able to going in, and then this is going to get very closer and better to be able to take a little bit more improved time. We'll go in. Okay, looks like this is going to get better, and usual we might get everything will achievable for it. So this is going to get everything better to be able to take a little bit more time to be able to keep it coming. Now this is going to be able to have another difficult race. We'll be able to go in, and then this is going to be able to get quicker and better, that this is going to be able to catch up on it. Alright, there you go. This is going to get very excellent to be able to get closer and better, to be able to take good approach, that this is going to be able to take a lot of good handling strategy. We might get everything going on, and then this is going to be able to take the duration check of the tires. It definitely might be able to get everything well important, because by putting up the racing medium tires, it definitely might be giving the safer handling efficiency, that this is definitely might be able to keep in track. And then there it goes. Looks like yellow flag just called in, because this is definitely might be getting everything reminder check, that this is going to get everything better. Alright, this is going to get good and better, and now this is going to be able to take a lot more rushing times, that this is going to be getting a little bit difficult, that this is going to be able to beat the lap time. Will might go in. So it's only down for 35 seconds remaining, and then this is going to get everything well closer to be able to get there. Now, looks like this is going to get very better, that this is going to be able to take that challenge. Will might get in there, that this will might be able to stay focused. Will might be able to do a very possible fueling challenge, that this will might take for the last 9 laps. Will might get in to be able to go on, to be able to press forward, because this is going to be able to do a little bit possible, that this will might be able to have to climb up, and then takes the strong struggle of the qualifying race. Will be able to take a little bit chance. Will go in. So here we go. This is going to be able to take the last lap of this race, and then this is going to be able to take the little bit call in, that this will might get in for one good excellent qualifying time, that this will have everything well checked to see it. Now it's going to be very difficult to see how other racers are definitely doing. Well, unfortunately, just going to have to keep a good eyes check, that this is definitely might be getting a little bit harder, that this will might be able to avoid the penalty. Okay, looks like this is going to get very harder to get, but this is definitely might be needs to do a little bit better, that this will might need to do a lot more work to get in. And then this is going to get very collision, because causing a decreased SR is going to get very harder to get, because this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this will might avoid the collision, to be very much careful. Okay, sorry about that, because this is going to get very difficult to see it, and then this may cause everything by having a little bit technical problems, that this is definitely might be able to have to take a little bit more time to get. Okay, penalty line is in, and now this is going to be able to force in to slow down to be able to proceed. Alright, so having a lot of hard race, that this is going to be causing too much problems for a penalty going on, that this is definitely over effect, that this is going to get a little bit harder, that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like this is going to get better and quicker, and this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to get everything going. So, good thing that this is going to be able to take 10-second time. Will might be able to wait for everyone. Will might get ready to get started. Now, looks like the qualifying results is definitely might be pretty hard to get, so good thing everything is all clear. So, this is going to be able to get ready for one good GT500 race, but even it gets tougher and better, so we might be able to drive quick, and then this is going to get very harder to get. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to get ready to check again on the point table. So this is going to be able to do considers that this is going to be able to get everything ready. So I know that this is going to be very hard to get, but it gets pretty tougher and better, that this will be able to do a lot more race. Will might be able to get ready. Okay, let's be sure to be nice in the first corner of the race, because this is going to get very harder to get everything going. Of course, this will might do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take a lot more chances of this race. Will might get everything ready. So, as we might be ready for one good GT500 race, we'll begin, and then this will might get started out to be able to be prepared. Here we are, it's round 30th, racing on Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit for using Gr.2 cars as Super GT500, and now this will begin to be able to get started. So, first up is Lisa Salters 420 for the Marlboro Nissan GTR, followed by second place is Simultan 123 for the Moto Tech library, and third place is Justman for the Sega library Nissan GTR. Fourth place is Demi-Dem 480 for the official library. Fifth place is Zombie Speed 82 for the Gran Turismo logo, different color styles Nissan GTR. Sixth place is Gr.2 2203 for the nice library. Seventh place is Dogboss 555 for the nice color shift color NSX. Eighth place is Scuba Stu 1 for the Autech Moto GTR. Ninth place is DRT BKR for the Lexus RCF. 10th place is Quickship Sima for the Ford Honda NSX. 11th place is Boss 2 with a nice Nissan GTR. 12th place is Mustang Mike 23 for the AU Tom's RCF. 13th place is Red Machazo. 14th place is Okage 666 for the Green RCF GT500. And 15th place is TF number 1 pick for the Honda NSX. 16th place is myself for the Nissan GTR UTRS library. 17th place is Jimmy Joe 1971 with a red Nissan GTR Chrome style. 18th place is Icky Sticky 420 for the green and red GTR. 19th place is MM Comfortably for the Lexus SC430. And last place is the guy with the Lexus RCF GT500. So, this is going to be prepared for a tough race and a very tough challenge, because this is going to be able to do quicker, fastest ways to be able to go, and then this will might prove to see the fastest racer in the GT500 category. We might get everything chance, we'll be prepared. And then the jets soaring in to be able to give a perfect celebration for all the spectators to enjoy this race will might begin. Now, this is going to get everything ready to go, so this will might give the best of luck. We'll might take the chance, we'll be able to have a first turn, we'll go in. But this is going to be giving a lot of pressure, that this is going to be able to keep holding on to be able to stay on progress, and doing quicker ways, we'll might get everything going. But this is going to get everything extremely difficult. We'll might be able to take the chance, we'll might be able to get there. But it gets very harder and very tougher, and then this is going to be able to take the best of luck. We'll might go in, and then this is going to get very extremely risk that this is going to be able to take. Wow, looks like that was a very close call, and now this is going to get very riskier, that this is going to be able to take a little bit more fast pace. We might get in there, but it gets a little bit more issues going on to be able to take, but this is going to be able to be much careful, that this is going to be able to take that strong race. We might get into the highest level, we might be able to get there. Now, this is going to get everything well focused, that this is going to be able to take a little bit close action. It definitely might be able to get in. And there's the downhill section. This is going to be able to get close. but this is going to be able to do slow down, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit of time that this will might keep it up and keep going faster. And then, oh, looks like this is going to get very harder, that this is going to be pretty closer. He just definitely lost it before. I'm just definitely might be able to keep holding on to be able to endure it. But this is going to get very closer, that this is going to be able to press on, and then the rest of the other drivers are separate, that this is going to get very quicker, that this one might be able to take to hold on for. Looks like they just using racing soft tires, and then on the other row that this will might use on racing medium tires as well, will might be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take that pit strategy, will go in and go better. Because this is going to be a one divided and conquer race, that this is going to be able to keep holding on, will might be able to do better. Now, looks like this is going to be able to go on and proceed to the second lap of the race, and this is going to be able to do perfectly better, that this is going to be able to take a lot more faster chance, will might get everything, hold on to do it, but this is going to get very tougher, that this will might be able to work hard. Now, looks like Demi Dem 480 takes the lead, and this is going to be able to do perfectly faster chances will might get there. And it looks like Lisa Salter 420 takes second place, and third place is Zombie Speed 82 is definitely might be able to go in to be able to go better, that this is going to be able to take that quick chance will might get there. But looks like this is going to get very tougher and riskier to get, but this is going to get very complicated, that this is going to be able to do a little bit harder turns, that this will might stay on it, because this is going to get very extremely tough, that this will might go there. Now, looks like this is going to get very quicker for Jimmy Joe is definitely might be able to keep going in, to be able to press on, to be able to take the chances for. And then looks like Mustang Mike is almost had that control, and then this is going to be able to keep everything well maintained on the downhill section of the track, because this is going to get very closer and better. And then looks like he lost it, and now he's on 13th place. And oh, looks like no bumping allowed on the downhill section. This is going to get very tougher, to be able to be very careful, because this is going to take a while to be able to get everything well fixed. Now, this is going to get very closer, that this is going to be able to stay on touch, that this will might get everything well better to endure. It takes a lot of hard distance, will keep up and go faster, will might be able to get everything well separate, because this is definitely the safer calls in. And then this is going to giving a little bit drastic measures, calls for one GT500 measures is definitely might be able to keep up, that this will might take a lot more speed, will might get there, because this is going to get very difficult, that this is going to be able to take a little bit time to endure. Now, looks like this is going to be able to go on in the third lap of the race, and now this is going to be able to take 6 more laps to go. And then this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, that this will might be able to keep well pressured to hold on for the one grip, that this is definitely might be able to take. Plenty much more slipstream, will might go faster and keep it up, and then this is going to get very extremely faster, that this will might be able to take. Now, looks like the uphill section is going back in to go correctly, and then this is going to be able to do better. I hope it does, but this is going to be able to take quicker ways to get there. And looks like 11th place TF number 1 pick is definitely might be able to take the little bit chances, that this will might stay on it. Racing medium tires is the best option for him, and this is going to be able to get everything better. And oh, looks like Jimmy Joe just definitely lost it, and then takes the pass on to 12th place for me. And now this is going to get everything better, that this will might be able to get quicker, to be able to take the downhill section, will might get closer and go better, that this will might take it in for it. Now, looks like this is going to get everything well closer, that this is definitely might be able to get, because taking a lot of hard oversteer chances will be able to get there. But this is going to be able to take for only 4 seconds gap ahead on this precision, and this is going to get everything well better to keep it up on it. Now, looks like this is going to get very easier and intense, that this is going to be able to work hard to get. But this will might get everything well fast paced, will might get everything, keep it up and get going. But now, looks like they're on the 4th lap to be continued on for a one hard race, will might get through. And then this is going to be able to do better, that this is going to be able to take the option choices, that this will be able to make. Now, taking clean turns is definitely might be going hard for this race, and then this is going to get better, and then looks like the Sculpture Man is definitely take this time to slow down, and then this is definitely might need to be able to take a little bit concentration that this might have a penalty occur for only 3 seconds. So this will might be able to proceed onto the next penalty line, that this will might be able to go at the downhill section of the track, that this is going to get everything better. Now, looks like taking a little bit more plenty turns that this will might stay on it, and then this is going to get very closer to be able to take a little uphill and downhill climb, that this is going to be able to take the strategy will might get in. But this is going to get very closer, that this is going to be able to stay on the apex, will do much safer to be able to get there as possible. But this is going to get everything excellent that this is going to be able to take. So looks like this is going to get very tougher to be able to take concentration, that this will might do better on the downhill section of the track, that this is going to be able to do better. Now he's about to proceed onto the penalty line nearby, and then this is going to be able to force its way to slow down, and giving better ways for faster cars will might be able to get everything from behind, will might be able to do a chance, will might get in. And then just takes the position on 11th place, and now continuing on to catch up on TF #1 pick, is definitely might be able to get closer, will might go better to do it. Now, looks like this is definitely might be able to have a good pit stop check, and then Lisa Salters takes the lead, and then this is definitely might be able to have Gr.2 to 2203 in 3rd place, that this will might go better to do it. Demi Dem 480 is in the pits, and now this is going to be able to change up the tires, will might be able to get everything ready to get back on the run. Now, looks like this is going to get better and easier to be able to get quick. Again, this is going to be able to take a little bit more time. Will might get there shortly, so this is going to get everything excited that this will might be able to keep holding on to be able to endure it. Now onto the pit lap, it definitely might be keep it going. Now this is going to get very efficient handling skills, that this will might be able to stay on track. And this is going to get very extremely difficult, that this is going to be able to get everything a little bit roughly, that this will might be able to hold on. Looks like TF #1 pick is definitely might be able to stay on it. Hope so, because this is definitely might be getting a little bit better, that this will might be able to stay on it, and then this is going to get better, that this will might be able to do the usual ways, will might get everything going. In a different way of a category racing, will might get there, and then just going to be able to take a little bit chance, will might take one overtake, will might get in and get better, to be able to have to take a little bit concentration, will get patient, will might get through. And then there you go, taking a better good clear turn, and then this is going to be able to going in. Now this is going to be able to take a little bit good straightaways, will might keep catching up, will might get through. But this is going to get very excellent, will might be able to take a little bit more chance, will follow up the slipstream. Looks like this is going to get everything better to quick, and then here comes that turn, and then this is going to get very closer to be able to catch up. Takes a little bit more time of the slipstream, will might get through, and then a few other drivers are now entering to the pits to change up the tires, because everything is all according to the pit stop strategy. Will might get everything better, will might keep it simple to stay in track as always to do it. Now looks like onto the 6th lap, it definitely might be able to move on. DR Dartberg is now in a place, and now currently to be able to keep up on it, while myself and TF1 pick is definitely might be able to stay on focus, that this is going to be able to stay on a struggle, will might keep it much longer to take, because this is going to get everything well endure, that this will might be able to keep a full amount of the grip, will might be able to get there soon, because this is going to get very tough struggle, that this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, because the battle of 9th place is definitely might be able to get in, to be able to keep pressing on, to be able to move forward, that this will might go as quickly as possible. Now looks like this is going to get better and quicker, and then this is going to be able to stay on it. Hope so, but this is going to be able to have to take a little bit more time to be able to get the struggle. Will might get everything well tied up, will might get there. and an excellent turn on the downhill section of the track, and then, oh, looks like TF1 pick is definitely almost had that loosened up the grip. Just stay focused and hang in there. That will be able to have to take a little bit more time. That mostly other racers really want to have a good race, that they just really don't want a failed moment to come. And then this is going to be able to continue on for having a one good rush, that this will might stay on track to be able to keep it up, and then looks like going in to be able to make the attempted pass, and then this is going to get very safer and clear that this will might go through. But man, looks like this is going to get very worked hard, that this is going to be able to keep working hard to be able to keep up for this race. Two of them are definitely might be able to have everything going on to do it. But this is going to be giving a one further edge to be able to take the struggle to going on to do it. Now, looks like this is going to get everything farther closer in to get, and then this is going to get very closer, that this is going to be able to reach up onto the top position to be able to get there as possible. Looks like this is going to get very worked up and work perfectly. Will not get there because the gap distance always gets everything worked in to be able to stay on track. Will might get there, and then this is going to get very closer in onto the upper hill section. Is definitely might take the turns. Will might go tougher and quick. And then this is going to get very excellent, that this is going to be able to take. Alright, almost there. This is going to get very excellent, that this is going to be able to take a little bit fierce struggle, that this is going to be able to going on. A UDRS GTR is definitely might be takes the fierce rush, that this is going to be able to catch up. Will might be able to get there, because this is going to get everything worked hard, that this is going to be able to represent the faction, that this will might be able to race hard for the Nations Cup, is going to be able to going on to do it. It looks like TF #1 pick has definitely might be trying to keep up to stay on the current position, and then this is definitely might be going on progress, that this is going to be able to keep holding on. Will might be able to hold on. Will take. And then there it goes, that this is going to be able to have to get back onto the tie ropes, that this is going to be able to take, because this is going to be giving a best excellent race, that this will might have everything to take, because this is going to be very closer edge, that this is going to be able to keep holding on. Will might be able to endure. Now, looks like this is going to get very quicker and tougher and quick, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, that this will might get there constantly. Will might be able to take the chance. Will might go further through, because only takes a little bit more tightening up like a tug of war, that this is going to get everything better, that this will might be able to keep holding on to be able to have a one good fierce chase. Will might get there. Now, looks like going in to be able to be back onto 1 second ahead, and this is going to get everything better. Will might be able to keep it going. But this is going to get very rough, and then there's going to be able to do a little bit more closer to get. I hope so, but it will be able to take a little bit fierce chase, that this is going to be able to keep going on to be able to deal with a few other turns, and now looks like just definitely save that grip and continue on to be able to catch up on it, because this is going to get very better and quicker to be able to do whenever it takes, that this will might be excellent. Will might be able to keep up on it. Alright, there you go. This is going to get better and quicker to be able to take the chance. Will might get through. Then take a little bit downhill section. Is going to be able to dive in nice and slow and be a better quick thinker, that this is going to be able to do better to be able to take a little bit quick strategy. Will might get. Now, this is going to get very excellent, that this will might giving the best motivation to be able to take. Now, looks like going back up on the nearby chase, that this is going to be always as usual. But this is going to be able to do quicker, and then looks like going in to take that pass, and then this is going to get very better and quicker, and then, oh man, looks like this is going to giving a little bit hard race to get, and looks like that considers a 2-second penalty for me. Looks like that could considers the consequences, that this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to be very careful. Well, looks like we've been almost had, and then this is definitely might be pretty difficult to deal with that problem for it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to press on to the final lap of the race, and then this is going to get everything better. Will might be able to do a little bit more chance. Will might keep it endure. So this is going to be able to have to press on to be able to have the hazard lights turn on to be able to go quicker as possible. So this is going to be able to do a lot more better. That this will might let TF number 1 pick to go in, to press on, to go in, to be able to resume the battle of 9th place. Jimmy Joe takes in, and then this is going to get everything harder. That this will might have everything in. But intense race is definitely might be going on, but it also strikes again. But it also loses the effect is definitely might be going on to see it. Well, looks like that was a very hard race. That this is going to be going on to have that kind of a handling problem. That this is definitely might be able to go in, but this is definitely the only race that this is definitely might be able to keep holding on to endure for this challenge. And then this is going to get very better and quicker. That this is going to be tough and going to be very tougher to be able to get quicker in, to be able to get back on track. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, and then Lisa Salters 420 is about to take the chances. Will might be able to take the final stretch, and then he finally did it for taking a lot of best podium win. That this is going to be able to get better. Now this is going to get everything going on, and then this may cost only 2-second penalty. Will might get occur. This Will needs to be able to slow down. Will might need to do a little bit well handle check. That this is going to be getting quicker and better. But looks like this is going to giving a little bit hard risk, but this may cause of a decreased driver rating. Will go down anytime soon, and anytime comes that this is going to be able to do much possible faster ways. Will might be able to stay on it. Okay, looks like giving a little bit loosening up control on Dog Boss 555, and now looks like everybody has come to proceed to the finish line in one piece, and then this is going to get everything better. Will might need to take. So looks like that was a very good, excellent race. Will might be able to get, but sometimes it gets a little bit harder to be able to get everything well tire checked. That this will be needed for sure. Alright, so looks like consider this for having race position by 3, so this may cause of a decreased SR, has definitely might be needs to do a lot more work to get. But it is pretty tough to be able to race. Will might get everything better. Alright, this is going to be able to do better. That this will might have earnings as well, but I hope that this is going to be able to have a clumsy race. That this is going to be able to take. So, congratulations to Lisa Salters 420 for having a good race, and then this is definitely might be very excellent. Will might get better. But of course that this is going to be able to take a lot more excellent race, but sometimes it gets very intense. That this is going to be able to work hard. That this will might keep it up to be able to get there. But I hope that this is going to be very anticipated. That this will might be able to have a race without a pit strategy will be needed for sure. But it's always intense because this is going to get very harder to get, because we just definitely needs to be careful for one good race we might have. But unfortunately that this is definitely might be able to have a soft race with no pits, because, well, unfortunately that racing medium tires definitely might be giving the safe option we'll be able to use. So very good for TF number 1 pick for doing a good race. So he deserves to be able to have a 9th place complete. So he deserves to be able to have a 9th place well done, to be able to take the chances will go in. And then looks like this is going to get everything excellent. We might be able to do a lot more time. That this will might race again by using a Group 2 car another time. So maybe this is going to be getting a little bit better or challenging, because this is definitely might needs to do a lot more work. We'll get better to do it. So even so that this is going to be a very tough race by using a Super GT 500 race car, because it's always talked about having a stability balance, so we just barely don't want to lose it, because it gets a little bit harder and causes a collision effect. That this will might have a penalty occurs, because this is definitely might be causing a little bit problem. That this will might needs to be able to keep everything calm. So let's try to be able to control a Group 2 car might get better, because this is definitely needs to do a lot more practice. Might get everything better. So if we must be contingency that this will be able to do a lot more work, that this is going to be able to take a lot more concentration, might get focus. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.